Well, one of the many things that we have told you time and time again is that the Brexiteers will not take ownership of their project. And as a result, the last 3 years, despite what people have said, has been them unable to cross the bridge, forge alliances, and even now, Boris Johnson refuses to acknowledge that this country is split, and in reality, he should be pursuing a very close relationship with Europe. In fact, arguably, given the referendum result, it should be always Norway. That's where we should be at. Nowhere else, staying in the customs union single market, but not having a say on it. And here's the thing. Once again, these Brexiteers will not take responsibility because, guess what? Anne Widdecombe comes out in an interview and basically says if Brexit goes wrong, it's not the Brexit Party's fault. Once again, these cheerleaders for Brexit are lying and trying to cover themselves, especially now. I won't be surprised if you start to see more of this now from the cheerleaders of Brexit, trying to sort of do the climb down and lower people's expectations. I can guarantee you that's going to start happening. But on to Anne Widdecombe. What did this bizarre embarrassment to the UK say now? So Brexit Party says, MEP says, it was all benefit for young people as a result of Brexit. She told the PA news agency, the Brexit Party has freed Britain. What Britain does from now on is down to the government. We are not the government and we will not be made, but we have made this possible. Nope. But people are saying, suppose it all goes wrong. Well, suppose it all goes right. Will people then apologise to the Brexit Party? I doubt it. She said that the Brexit Party would have to continue as a political entity for at least the next year. The negotiations are still going on, and we need to make sure Boris doesn't get away with anything, and that if he's giving stuff away, the public know that. We already know he's going to have to give away quite a lot. Remember, we hold nothing in these negotiations. We have no leverage. Europe has all the leverage. We are not this gigantic trading nation of really powerful economic force that the Brexiteers make us out to be. This includes Anne Widdecombe. She continues, this is absolutely crucial. We've got to hold the government to account as much as we can for the next year. After that, who knows? Widdecombe was also unsympathetic towards the outpouring of grief from Remain supporters. One side had to lose in the referendum. Would they have cared if we were sad? Would they have cared if we had lost? The answer is no. She added, I would have been very sad if we had lost, but this is democracy. This is what it means. Somebody wins, somebody loses. Here's the thing. You won by a 2% swing. That, in a referendum, is nothing. Brexit should not have happened. It was an advisory referendum. 2% does not mean what Boris Johnson and his cronies are doing now, which is a hard Brexit. And once again, you were sold a false bill of goods at the referendum. She said she was also tired of hearing people's nonsense about the loss of young people's rights as a result of Brexit, claiming it was all benefit. It's all benefit. It's going to bring us the ability to control our own laws, which we have already. The ability to control our own trade deals and the resulting prosperity and freedom. What trade deals? What country do we want to trade with which we can't trade with under the EU? The EU has some amazing trade deals with many countries around the world. We are now going to have to recreate all those trade deals, and they are going to be nowhere near as good as the ones we had when we were in the EU. And what I hope will be a return to common sense in regulation. That's all that is going to benefit everyone. Notice what she says there. Return to common sense in regulation. As I've said from the very beginning, the difference between the British version of Euroscepticism versus the European version of Euroscepticism is all about completing Margaret Thatcher's deregulation. And we are on course for probably Thatcherism 2.0. That is what is going to happen. It wasn't good during the 80s. It's not going to be good for us now in the new 20s, as it's being dubbed. So, I'm tired of hearing this nonsense being talked that young people are going to be deprived of their rights to travel and study in other countries. Yes, they are going to be deprived of those rights. I'm old enough to remember the days before we joined. We travelled, we studied, we lived, we worked in each other's countries all the time. That's how it's going. That's how it will be again. It wasn't the same in Anne Widdecombe's time. It just wasn't the same. That is a complete mischaracterization of what it was like back then. It is never going to be like, unless we rejoin, what it was like we had for the past 47 years. And yeah, people like Anne Widdecombe are to blame. They are cheerleaders of an ideological project that has no plans what to do now. So, asked if the Brexit Party would take any responsibility if Brexit had a negative impact to the economy, she said, oh, where is it? Oh, the article just literally just said, ends with, she said. But I'm guessing she's basically said, like the article said, that she wouldn't take responsibility. No surprises there then.